were walking the hallways and came and met with me in my office. I appreciate the opportunity to hear from you, and my door remains open, and I hope that we continue the dialogue. I support casual hosts who are using this as a way to make ends meet. For many of them, it's the only way that they can stay in San Francisco. We acknowledge that and recognize that. But left unregulated, this industry will continue to exacerbate the housing crisis we are facing by incentivizing taking homes off the rental market. A number of important developments have taken place in the last few months since this law went into effect, which point to two undeniable facts. One, short-term rentals are impacting housing, and second, without strong enforcement, short-term rentals, the law that regulates them is meaningless. And we actually should look at what's happened in other parts of this country because there are lessons to be learned. In Portland, we learned that enforcement of short-term rental laws is impossible when hosting platforms have no consequences when they list unregistered units. Portland recently addressed this problem by changing the law to include fines for hosting platforms that list unregistered units. In Santa Monica last week, they went as far as banning unhosted short-term rentals outright in an actually unanimous vote of that body. And other cities like Los Angeles are considering different options. There's actually a new report in Los Angeles that shows that more than 7,000 houses and apartments have been taken off the rental market in Los Angeles for the use of short-term rentals. And here, and I want to thank Harvey Rose, Fred Russo, his entire team. We have a report that has just been issued by our budget and legislative analysts, which was issued last Thursday, that found that Airbnb is having a significant impact on the housing market, taking up as somewhere between 1,300 and 2,000 entire units off the housing market in the city and county of San Francisco. I want to note that this report is unequivocally conservative because it's based on 2013 data, but it actually, in its own conservative way, confirms what many of us had suspected. Airbnb rentals are having a detrimental impact on available long-term housing for our residents. We need strong measures that effectively enforce the law because in the middle of this housing crisis, this industry is exacerbating the problem. I want to distinguish between two types of hosts that are distinguishable in this report: casual hosts and commercial hosts. When discussing the short-term rental of entire apartments or houses, casual hosts are defined as those who rent out their home for less than 58 days. And then commercial hosts are those that rent their homes for longer than that. The report states that while casual hosts are not impacting housing availability, and again, the focus is not on the casual hosts, commercial users of Airbnb who rent out entire units are having a significant and detrimental impact on housing throughout the city. Citywide, commercial hosts, meaning those who rent their entire units for more than 50 days a year, represent up to 23% of all vacant units, almost a quarter of all vacant units. In the Mission, a neighborhood that I represent, as high as 40% of vacant units are being Airbnb'd.